I mean, I guess that doesn't work. Okay, if it's purple and there's purple, it'll just get rid of one. No problem. If it's purple and it's green, you put it together with one. I don't know what that means. Okay, the orange sorted itself out, so you group those that way. Yes. Purple gets rid of purple. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'd rather get rid of an orange one because the purples can take care of themselves in this case. If that's an option. I think it is. Those can be together. Is there a shortcut thing back there? Not sure what you mean. So that's 2 purples and 3 oranges. That's 2 and 2, and then we've got an extra? Wait, how did I do that wrong? I thought we had 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, those are gonna take care of themselves, but there's a purple. Yeah, this guy's grouped wrong. Alright, what's this all about? They don't look after themselves. Alright. What about that? Jacks cancel each other out. What if you just do that? The purple... Oh, they kill the opposite color, I guess. Yeah, but those don't. So... I've got to get the purple and the green together, it looks like. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, I thought this was going to take 100 years. Thankfully, I'm kind of blazing through some of these. Still got more left, obviously. I forgot a slider at the left of all the screens. Oh, yeah. What is this? Oh, it is a shortcut. You're right. Now I should be able to walk all the way across. Not that there's a lot of reason to, but just in case. Thank you. What does orange do again? Orange is... we haven't run into just orange with orange yet. Okay. Now, we've still got to split them in twos, right? So... No. Well, what does this just to see? What does this do if I give it 1? Does nothing. What if I give it 2? It kills 1. And how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we do have to kill one of them, which means we start out with that. We start out with that and that. Oh. No, that doesn't quite work. We're going to have to... Do we put 3 in there? Maybe put 3 in there. Then the last 2 work out? No. Oh, well, okay. No, I'm right, but I didn't do that properly. Okay. I'm not sure that was the easiest way to do that, but I did it. And that's the same puzzle, but reversed. Can I just kind of copy that? No, probably not, because the first move I did was to go all the way to the ceiling. And I'm starting at the bottom corner. Nice. Alright, now do things get really, really nasty here? We've got 2 blocks. One of them's a 4, one of them's a 3. We may want to delete that, except we don't have a choice. We've got to delete... Just seeing if... Yeah, okay, that does cancel those. So we put the 3 and the 4 together because there's no other options. There's the 3. There's the 4. No, wait. Close. The shapes are off. I need the 3 and the 4 together. I might need a different one to delete. I definitely have to delete one. Well, I could put the 3 and the 4 together over there. No, it's got to be one of the crystals that we're deleting in the stars. The problem is that any of these positions I put it in are going to block everything. I can't just use the wall either. It deletes the shape. Can I give it 3? I can give it 3. Okay, that actually is probably the solution. You give it 3, and you hope that it takes care of the ones you want, and then you put the rest together. do I... I've gotta make it 4 across, though. I get what they want me to do, but I don't see it yet. Oh. That's closer. How do I tell it not to delete the blocks, though? There it is. I realized I was giving it extra space for no reason. I don't know why. Okay, now we're gonna delete the block. Because these guys seem like they're sorted out already. Nope. No, we don't bother those. We do a 3 and a... Oh. What the hell did I just do a second ago? There it is. Okay, now what? Thanks, Sonny. Looks like we're making some progress. I thought we would spend a lot longer in here than we're actually doing, so... Oh man, I really want to finish this laser. I think I'm capable of it. Okay, so that would delete that shape. But we need to save it for the gem on the other side. So... It's a 3, 3... Wait, what? It's like that? Nope. Does have to have the actual shape in it. How do I tell it to do that? Hey, Mr. Colgate. It looks like I've got to put stuff across this whole thing, so I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get the jack to find the crystal on the other end. Maybe it goes through borders? I don't think so. No. Just found nothing. Oh, and I didn't even leave space for that other one anyway. Oh, can I, like, put Put them all together? Oh, that's what it is. I've got to create a freaking chain event with all of that stuff. So it goes 3 here, right? And then another... Well, you need that on top, and then the other 3... Wait, that doesn't work. It works for the blocks. Start it with that, and then put those there. Oh. Okay, that did get rid of the crystal, so... How do I... That shouldn't work because I'm missing stuff. But I almost didn't know what it would do, so I just wanted to try it. Yeah, it's pretty much gotta be in the middle where the bump happens. To grab all the stuff. But I've got to compensate for there being an extra thing. It's 3, the tall one, and then the other 3. That works. But how do I get the gem involved? There's got to be another path that would also pick up the middle. The goal is we need to have that. But it would default to the first one that doesn't work. But they also have to be in the same space. How do I get those in the same space? I have not used the second octagon layout, no. I've been waiting for a nice moment, and I never found one yet, because I got stuck in the middle of the freaking tree forest for a million years. Yeah, I'm very close, I imagine it. I mean, I see the way this is laid out. You're supposed to do it in the middle somehow? That also works for all the blocks. Still gets us where we're going. Like... This one's deceptively simple, it seems like. I mean, Nothing about this seems complex. I see exactly what I can do. I just want to be able to do that. But the problem is you need the vertical piece to grab these guys. And I don't have two of them, so I'm just pretending I do here. Somehow that... No. I wish that worked. What if it's reversed? Many puzzles? I don't know. It's got to be quite a few. I haven't looked in a while. I'll check when I finish this next set. Sorry. There's got to be some simple thing that I'm just overlooking about how these rules work. Like, I know that the jack has to be used on the crystal. Maybe the point here is just to get all the pieces out of the way. Use them up in another way that doesn't get in the way. And doesn't interrupt the flow of the puzzle? That seems like an okay strategy, I guess. Problem with that idea, though, is that I think all of them will. Because we've got a 3, and it's going to be a 3 down. And no matter where I put that, it's still going to be in the way. Wait, wouldn't... I mean, that seems like it makes sense to do that. Alright, so let's do that. How do I do that? I do that. Alright. Cool. Alright. Now we've got the same exact setup, which is actually a blessing in a way, because I've seen so much of the way that these combinations can work. Hopefully I'll get this one a bit faster, and maybe they're going to play with the same theme this time. If only. Okay, they've got to connect... Gotta connect the two crystals that are gonna light up together. Leave one separate and leave a way to get to it. How would we do this? Maybe we would do... Oh, I don't know where I got the idea that I could do that. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, you know what this probably is? This is, they're trying to make it look symmetrical, but it's not. I think they want us to actually use these guys. There we go. Now, last one. What is going on outside that window? You see that? Oh, it's the water rippling. I was like, what is people moving outside? Thanks. Yeah, I'm kind of happy that we're doing this now. It's like variations on a puzzle that I kind of played around with all the permutations of. It makes it a lot easier that way. Okay, what do we have this time, though? 2 sets of 2. Maybe the joke here, or the twist, what have you, is that we don't... I'm gonna say you don't get rid of the gem, but maybe you do? I don't know. So that one... No, why would I get rid of the gem? There's 4. If I get rid of the gem, I'm actually making life worse. All I need to do is just group them together with a shape, and the shape will take care of the rest. Well, actually, I want to disclude the gems from that. So that is basically all I can do with that. And then, how do I make that happen? No, 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 no. That's all wrong. Nope. We've got to leave that avenue open, which means it's got to be in the middle. Because then we come back around here. Yeah, that deletes that. Well, the stars are happy. This seems a lot harder. Yeah, we've got to get rid of one of the shapes, and it's probably that one. But what shape can I use to finish this off? So we've got to design that in as we go. Okay, so say we got rid of this. That leaves us with a 3 up and a 3 sideways. Yeah, Elementalist, I'm pretty addicted to this right now. I mean, that's kind of close, but it's not quite right. It's a pretty complex solution we're trying to sort out here. How am I supposed to do that? It seems like too many things to fit while also designing this sideways. Is there any way to make it have... No, it can't be that. Yeah, I'm not pairing up the right gems anymore. The gems are all happy there, but the blocks are not. Oh, we got another painful to watch in chat. Congratulations, you're a 1 millionth customer. You don't get how I can just move the line around like that? I'm playing with ideas, and also I want you to be able to see that I'm doing anything, otherwise it's a little bit more boring, wouldn't you think? Just staring at a completely dead screen. But people think in different ways. It's part of life. I mean, it's got to delete something. Tell him what he's won, mods. Well, to reason out loud, as I was asked, I guess the problem with that is that I'm not seeing a lot of options to even reason about, so I'm just a little bit stuck at the moment. So we've got to get this jack, as usual, to destroy one of these items. The item in question I believe we're going after is this block in the center. So we're looping it in, because that allows us to then group the gems on the outside of that loop. Now the reason this gets very complicated very quickly is I still have to make those two shapes somehow with the remaining amount of space. I'm probably designing this backward, and it's not helping me. If I group together multiple shapes, I might be able to make this happen easier. So maybe I should start thinking in that direction, even if, for the moment, well, it's not necessarily helping me with the gems. We'll deal with the gems when we get to the gems. So what shapes have we not used here? I was toying with this one at one point, although that doesn't quite work with the starting point. Also doesn't work with the gems in any fashion at all. So that one's pretty much out. We've got 3 block there. And that one, yeah, it's another situation where it really doesn't work with the gems or the shapes. Nothing at all works there. We've got this guy. Right, that one would be one. That one's closer to anything, but I believe when I drag this to the victory condition here, it would delete the bottom left gem. No, it just does nothing. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because the gems are actually happy, so they're not going to get deleted. It's only when a gem fails. Whatever fails will be deleted. So, well, whatever fails will be deleted, but also has to be within the perimeters that we're setting up. Which actually Means that we might almost have it, so I'm just going to look at this for a second here. So if you look at this very carefully, what we've got is our 3 block is the bottom left corner, our vertical 3 block is the center post, and the top left is the other left 3 block. So what we need to have happen here is one of these need to fail. So how are we going to make that fail? That's the question that I'm stuck on right now. We need to make any one of those 3 blocks not fit properly. Just unfortunate because they do fit so properly, but it can only be one. Just one of those 3 blocks. The rest need to stay. Now right now they fit so perfectly that if I mess with anything, it's going to throw off the equilibrium of everything else. Thank you, Lee Tast. Have a good night. Let's see. Well, the vertical... Oh, excuse me. The vertical post is basically absolutely necessary. There's not really any getting around that. Although... Well, no, how would we get them together grouped if not for the vertical post? What if I try a different design again? We do something like that? No, see, then the one that's messed up is outside. Therefore not helpful. It's close. Not quite, though. Good night, Elementalist. Like, my theory for why this works is it's pretty on. There's just one thing a little bit not quite yet there. Can the jack cancel the shape even if it has a valid place to go? No, that's the thing. The shape has to fail before the jack will cancel it. And that's why I'm having a little trouble, because I need all the shapes, but I also need a shape to fail. And I need to loop together the 2 gems. But what I might not be considering is maybe the gems that I need to loop together aren't the same gems. No, that probably doesn't work. It's just like there would be no reason for that to work at all. Right, and then that would fail. See, this is the other nearly viable solution, but it's not there either. Deletes a shape, but it deletes the wrong shape. Is this as good as people are saying? I think it's fantastic, personally. But it's also very much up to the person whether or not they're into this kind of puzzle solving. I could also see people finding it very frustrating. And it's gonna be frustrating for everyone to some degree, but some are willing to overlook that more than others, I suppose. Wait a minute. What does this do? That might be really close. What if I just did 1 tile of that instead of 2 this time? What am I doing? I'm not entirely sure I know why one of those last stabs wasn't successful. Let's look at it again. Well, alright, for one thing... Okay, we've got the vertical 3, that's the main post holding up the 3 there. The horizontal 3 is the bottom. And then there's nothing to fail, because there's... Both of the vertical and the horizontal fail there. Why does the vertical fail there? One would think they would distribute, but I guess they don't. Now if I did that, it takes away the vertical one. Okay. I feel like I'm real close, but I'm not quite there still. I don't entirely understand how to fix the problem I have, actually. You have to force it to fail on the right one. And it's failing all the shapes right now. So I want it to say that the vertical is the one it's in, but it's not sure which it's in, so it's just failing because it doesn't have one slot for it, I guess. I was so worried at first about making sure it doesn't take one of the crystals that... I mean, I wasn't like seeing all the options, really. But it's fine to include those as long as you have a strategy about what you're going to do with them afterward. And I don't know that I do. What does this do? That's all 3 fail, and it gets rid of the middle. I'm surprised I'm stuck on this for so long. I thought this would just be a breeze after the first one. But they tried to turn the rules around a little bit. Had you deleting a shape instead of a crystal on this one. That kind of messed with my head, I guess. It definitely isn't a crystal that I'm deleting, because they need both. I started out with this idea that I was going to loop back around, but the problem with that idea is that the shapes don't match up, or the distances. It's just kind of a mess. It just doesn't hold together, you know? So that's probably not it. We tried some of this business, varieties of which make more sense sometimes than others. If we could just go like a little bit further over, maybe this would all sort itself. Using negative space here somehow. Those are all the wrong sizes. Do you think the witness is an undertale? No. I don't really like to use that way. I know Ryan's having fun with it, but it seems like people take it out of context. It's already easy enough to dismiss some games that I like as memes, but, you know, it's not really necessary. If I looped... No, I mean, that wouldn't work. But if I looped it... No, see, I'm imagining that I could somehow move this guy somewhere else, but there's nowhere else for it if I'm going to use these. Which I intend to. Wow, that just for a second looked like an old retro version of a screaming skull. You just block out this dot on the right, and it's just like the eyes there, the nose in the middle, and then like an angry open mouth trying to bite at you. I think I'm very tired. I think you're hallucinating. Nick is old. Why am I trying to isolate those? I don't want to do that. Excuse me, it's got to delete something. What's it going to take and how? It's got to be in the most awkward position here. Maybe there's some other structure of shapes that I need to consider. So what if we did... So it's 2 sets of 3. I need the vertical in it though, as I've said. So it takes that one. Just wanted to take the shape. They can't intersect. All the shapes work there. Maybe an inverse? Well, then I'm just deleting gems again. I'm just trying to get rid of preconceptions that could be causing trouble. I need to keep the gem out. Or get them both in. But then we don't get that in. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Oh, what about... I think I have to do it from the top, right? No. It's that shape. But we need to modify it. Because then the jack is the only thing that doesn't get solved. That's not even the right amount. Yeah, I mean, I knew exactly what that would do. I don't know why I'm trying that.
Oh my!
Hey, thanks very much, Shuffle Rush, for the $1.50 tip. It says, here's a small startle to wake you up. It was a small one. It's the, C-3PO oh my voice. Just a little jolt. Thanks very much for that. Please don't talk about how you're torrenting this game. I don't appreciate that. What the hell am I doing here, guys? I'm so lost on this puzzle. Is this some sort of... Is there a progression to it, maybe? The point isn't my opinion about whether or not it's cool to torrent games or whatever. It's just that, I try to do what I can to help spread the word about indie games that I care about. And if a developer comes in and people are saying, "Oh man, it's so cool, I torrented their game," like that makes me an asshole. So that's why I have that stance. Okay, it's fine. I'm just clarifying. I'm also like, I don't think I'm reading the text properly anymore because I'm just kind of like drifting away. Apparently, John Blow put a way to tell if you tore into the game because he called out some streamer for broadcasting. That's awesome. And I mean, in a sarcastic way, that's awesome that someone would be streaming a game that they torrented. Just fucking buy it. Jesus Christ. I've lost it. I can't see it. It's... It doesn't seem like it's gonna be a pattern that's obvious, like, that sits with the ones that the prior ones had. It seems like it's some completely other way to look at these shapes. I keep wanting to have the second... Oh wait, let me think about this. There's another few shapes I haven't even considered at all. What about... stuff like that? I don't know where to put it yet, but... what about that kind of thing? That doesn't bode well for me. Yeah, 3 and a 3 is just such a weird shape. That doesn't really work. Oh, there's also the shorter version, I guess. Do that, come back in. Well, I guess it would look like that. I position one of those like that. What would that do? If it was going to be anything, it's going to have to be something that shares the 2 gems, and I can't seem to see anything that would share the gems. It's a fucking cityscape. I'll tell you what, I didn't really have that gestalt. It just kind of happened. That's fine with me. Where did this come from? Oh, it's just kind of like hanging onto the edge, huh? It looks like it fell out of the ceiling. Whew. That took a lot longer than I thought. Remember a while ago we were ready to just go in and start the laser up. No such rush for me, apparently. Why am I going up here? I don't know where the hell I'm going anymore. What is this game about? It's about solving tons and tons of mazes in a really beautiful environment. That's about as much as anyone knows. Alright, so is this going to be easy? Oh, whoops. No. Hang on. What? I'm very tired. This is like really easy. There it is. Oh man. I'm firing my laser. Baby bones. Yeah, this level's for baby bones. Laser. Okay. What do I think about people not buying the game because they can watch me play it? Isn't that kind of the same as pirating? You know, I've had that discussion before. It's not the first time I've thought about it. And, there are arguments to be made in that general direction, sure. But I usually try to emphatically encourage people to seek out reviews and see if it's a game they're interested in, or watch a few minutes and then buy it for themselves if it's a thing that they wish to play. I actually feel quite guilty about it a lot of the time. But no, I don't have any desire to take revenue away from developers, and in a lot of ways there's actually statistics to prove that the opposite is true, that actually streaming games encourages people to buy them. So I have that at least to feel a bit better. What do I do with this? Can I skip past it somehow? But it's kind of the basis of, like, what we do. Oh, wait, does the sun maybe make me able to go over it? I specifically look for games that I particularly enjoy, so that way I have no problem, you know, sort of endorsing them and saying, guys, I want you to buy this game because I think you'll like it. I'm probably a little too tired to make a coherent argument, but trust me, I can make a coherent argument about this one in particular. Ah, okay, that is the solution. I just didn't get it to stand in the right spot, I guess. Now I've got to get the sun to shine. Oh, okay, so there's... I think these are like the focal points on the ground. I'm supposed to be following the chart of them. How do I get both here? Like that? Oh, there we are. There is also the transformative element of I'm adding my commentary on top of the game. You're also not able to interact with the game. And then if you want to go slippery slope directions, do you think that if you were sitting at your friend's house on the couch and they were playing a game, would you be stealing it by watching it? I don't think a lot of people would agree with that. But there's other arguments as well. What areas are left? Well, the mountain and the town are left. I really want to figure out where the other side of that circular cloud edge is, because I know this is a thing. I don't know how far or where I have to stand. Probably have to line the sun up with the circle. I'm not terribly far off. Well, it looks like it's about to send me into the ocean. Oh, maybe you stand at the starting point. That would actually make some sense. Oh yeah, puzzle count. Sure, yeah, let's check that. 361. It's a bit better. Hang on. I think I'm gonna get all the windows to be orange as well. Where's the weird looking cloud? Did I lose it? It's probably just obscured by something else. I could see it when I was standing over here. Oh, it's probably just the one that the sun's directly in front of. Oh, it's the right side of that cloud. So that means... maybe out on the dock? Oh look, they look like they're gonna line up. No, but they don't. I can't walk any further. Oh, wait. Ramp, right. They're freaking puzzle pieces. Like one in this zone. I can't believe how many there are. Man, I got my work cut out for me in this freaking game. So many things to find. Like, whatever this is. I don't even know what I just did. What did I just click on? Old piece of broken down farm equipment, apparently. I don't even think I've ever seen that before. Sometimes it feels like things are just popping out of the ground. Oh, okay, I know where we are. This is like the first area that I came when I got out of the tutorial. I wonder what the gimmick is in this area. For the world puzzles, I mean. Everywhere seems to have its own custom paint job. It follows contours and things. That's not very circular. Maybe lining up these pillars or something? Well, we had to line them up before for the actual puzzles. Oh yeah, we should probably do movie time. Thankfully, I know right where I'm going. What a colorful world, covered in lasers now. Can't wait to do this. Although at least now I know what the hell I'm doing. Groups of 2. Is it that complicated? Bots. I thought maybe these would lock together. Yeah, there's one too many if I did that. Oh, wait. That's not gonna work either. It's one block off. The 2 sets of 2 make the 6 happen together. The one in the middle needs one more block. And I have no more blocks to give. I don't give a block. Maybe there's just a better way to arrange it? I don't think so. This one should be pretty easy too, I think. It's just like, can you see the shape? Well, that might help. They'd have to fit exactly then. Well, I can modify it by one block still. Good night, mildly impolite. Let me count this out. So we got the 6 on that. We got the 6 there. What if I did this? So then we would have, let's see, that. Oh, that might work. No! Thought that might work. Hang on, why would that not work? The 6 on the left are all accounted for. Say we do... Yeah, it'll go L down, L up, and then one more down. Or these don't count... Excuse me, these don't count as shapes, do they? They don't take up space. And then we're running into problems with that. But movie time. I'm sorry. I thought I could just get it, open the door, and then turn around. Nothing's ever easy. How do I coordinate those? I mean, I could take space away over here and try and compensate on the other side. Maybe that would add up better. These would make... Yeah, these would make odd groupings, though. Well, I might still be able to adjust. Let's see. That would be 6 in the corner, so that's 2. Then we've got... Starting at the bottom, we've got to make 3 more. Yeah, that's too much space. Should I go down there, down there, down there? Okay. Let's do... Is that possible? No. That certainly isn't. Oh, now I can't do the 6 at the top, though. I can... Yeah, that's not gonna work. You guys want movie time pretty bad, don't you? Alright. Sorry. Ah, there's puzzles and I want to play them all even though I shouldn't want to. This just looks like a freaking game of that freaking Mastermind game. Okay, windmill, 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 windmill. There's a windmill. Oh god, that means now I can look at that one Jack puzzle and might actually know what the hell it means. Last time when I played Movie Time, you guys seemed pretty upset about the whole thing. Where does this come out? Really can't tell. Two jacks to separate everything. But then they... Okay. Not doing it. I just wanted to take a look. Let me get my phone. I've got valuable B instructions on it. One would think you'd be able to guess some of these just by looking around for a while. B instruction, B instruction, B instruction. How to be a bee. Here it is. How to be a bee, part 2. let's tuck into this then. We're going to start around here. We're going to go up and up and up and be a bee.
And so, by a backhanded, upside-down argument,
I hope you enjoy movie time.
that there is in carbon a level at 7.82 million volts, and then experiments in the laboratory with carbon show indeed that there is. And therefore, the existence in the world of all these other elements is very closely related to the fact that there is this particular level in carbon. But the position of this particular level in carbon seems to us, after knowing the physical laws, to be a very complicated accident of 12 complicated particles interacting. So I wish to illustrate by this example that an understanding of the physical laws doesn't give you an understanding in a sense of understanding the significance of the world in any way. The details of real experience are very far often from the fundamental laws. There are, in a way of speaking in the world, we have a way of discussing the world which you could call, we discuss it at various hierarchies or levels. Now, I don't mean to be very precise, there's a level, there's another level, and another level, but I will indicate by describing a set of ideas to you, just one after the other, what I mean by hierarchies of ideas. For example, at one end, we have the fundamental laws of physics. Then we invent other terms for concepts which are approximate, who have, we believe, the ultimate explanation in terms of the fundamental laws. For instance, heat. Heat is supposed to be the jiggling, and it's just a word for a hot thing is just a word for a mass of atoms which are jiggling. For that, fundamentally, we should think of the atoms jiggling. But for a while, if we're talking about heat, we sometimes forget about the atoms jiggling. Just like when we talk about the glacier, we don't always think of the hexagonal ice snowflakes which originally fell. Another example of the same thing is a salt crystal. Looked at fundamentally, it's a lot of protons, neutrons, and electrons. But we have this concept, salt crystal, which carries a whole pattern already of fundamental interactions, or idea like pressure. Now, if we go higher up from this, in another level, we have properties of substances like refractive index, how light is bent when it goes through something, or surface tension, the fact that the water tends to pull itself together, is described by a number. I remind you that we have to go through several laws down to find out that it's the pull of the atoms and so on, but we still say surface tension, and don't worry when we're discussing surface tension of the inner workings, always. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Go on, up in the hierarchy. With the water, we have the waves, and we have a thing like a storm. We have a word for storm, which represents an enormous mass of phenomena. Or sunspot, or star, which is an accumulation of things. And it's not worthwhile always to think of it way back. In fact, we can't, because the higher up we go, we have too many steps in between, each one of which is a little weak, and we haven't thought them all through yet. If we go up in this hierarchy of complexity, we get to things like frog, or nerve impulse, which you see is an enormously complicated thing in the physical world, involving an organization of matter in a very elaborate complexity. And then we go on, we come to things, words, and concepts like man, and history, or political expediency, and so forth, which is a series of concepts that we use to understand things at an ever higher level. And going on, we come to things like evil, and beauty, and hope. Now, which end is nearer to the ultimate creator, or the ultimate? So if I make a religious metaphor, which end is nearer to God? Beauty and hope, or the fundamental laws? I think that the right way, of course, is to say that the whole structural interconnections of the thing is the thing that we have to look at, and that the sequence of hierarchy, that all the sciences and all the efforts, not just the sciences, but all the efforts of intellectual kind, are to see the connections of the hierarchies, is to connect beauty to history, is to connect history to man's psychology, the man's psychology to the working of the brain to the neural impulse to the chemistry, and so forth, up and down, both ways. And today we cannot, and there's no use making believe we can, draw carefully a line all the way from one end of this thing to the other. In fact, we've just begun to see that there is this relative hierarchy. And so I don't think either end is nearer to God's. And it's to stand at either end and to walk out off the end of the pier only, hoping out in that direction is the complete understanding, is a mistake. And to stand with evil and beauty and hope, or to stand with the fundamental laws, hoping that way to get a deep understanding of the whole world, with that aspect alone, is a mistake. And it is not sensible either for the ones who specialize at one end and the ones who specialize at the other end to have such disregard for each other. They don't, actually, but the people say they do. But that actually the great mass of workers in between, connecting one step to another, are improving all the time our understanding of the world, both from working at the ends and working in the middle. And in that way, we are gradually understanding this connection, this tremendous world of interconnecting hierarchies.
If you expected science to give all the answers to the wonderful questions about what we are, where we're going, what the meaning of the universe is, and so on, then I think you could easily become disillusioned and then look for some mystic answer to these problems. How a scientist can take a mystic answer, I don't know, because the whole spirit is to understand. Well, never mind that. I don't understand that. But anyhow, if you think of it, though, the way I think of what we're doing is we're exploring. We're trying to find out as much as we can about the world. People say to me, are you looking for the ultimate laws of physics? No, I'm not. I'm just looking to find out more about the world. And if it turns out there is a simple ultimate law that explains everything, so be it. That would be very nice to discover. If it turns out it's like an onion with millions of layers and we're just sick and tired of looking at the layers, then that's the way it is. But whatever way it comes out, its nature is there and she's going to come out the way she is. And therefore, when we go to investigate it, we shouldn't pre-decide what it is we're trying to do, except to find out more about it.
He's right about that one.
If you said, but your problem is, why do you find out more about it? If you thought that you were trying to find out more about it because you're going to get an answer to some deep philosophical question, you may be wrong. It may be that you can't get an answer to that particular question by finding out more about the character of nature. But I don't look at it. My interest in science is to simply find out about the world, and the more I find out, the better it is. I like to find out. There are very remarkable mysteries about the fact that we're able to do so many more things than apparently animals can do, and other questions like that. But those are mysteries I want to investigate without knowing the answer to them. And so altogether, I can't believe the special stories that have been made up about our relationship to the universe at large, because they seem to be too simple, too connected, too local, too provincial. The earth, he came to the earth. One of the aspects of God came to the earth, mind you. And look at what's out there. How can it isn't in proportion. Anyway, it's no use arguing. I can't argue it. I'm just trying to tell you why the scientific views that I have do have some effect on my beliefs. It also, another thing, has to do with the question of how do you find out if something's true? And if you have all these theories of the different religions, have all different theories about the thing, then you begin to wonder. Once you start doubting, just like you're supposed to doubt, you ask me, is the science true? We say, no, we don't know what's true. We're trying to find out. Everything is possibly wrong. Start out understanding religion by saying everything is possibly wrong. Let us see. As soon as you do that, you start sliding down an edge, which is hard to recover from. And so with the scientific view, or my father's view, that we should look to see what's true and what may not be true, once you start doubting, which I think to me is a very fundamental part of my soul, is to doubt and to ask. And when you doubt and ask, it gets a little harder to believe. You see, one thing is I can live with doubt and uncertainty and not knowing. I think it's much more interesting to live not knowing than to have answers which might be wrong. I have approximate answers and possible beliefs and different degrees of certainty about different things, but I'm not absolutely sure of anything. And there are many things I don't know anything about, such as whether it means anything to ask, why we're here, and what the question might mean. I might think about it a little bit. If I can't figure it out, then I go to something else. But I don't have to know an answer. I don't feel frightened by not knowing things. By being lost in the mysterious universe without having any purpose, which is the way it really is as far as I can tell, possibly. It doesn't frighten me.
That was pretty good. I kind of enjoyed that. I pretty much agreed with everything he said, too. And that does do a decent job to set up the context a little bit of the game. You know, we're searching in doubt throughout the whole thing. It's about withholding mystery. And mystery in life is the same. And that's why I kind of feel like there's a decent chance that when we get to the end of this, there's not going to be a grand ending. I mean, there might be. I don't know. There also just could be nothing. It could just, you know, it could have you questioning in parallel the same way people question about what happens at the end of life. It's a little mini version of that kind of an experience. And essentially, we go from impediment to impediment. I mean, I said this last time when we were talking about this, but if this is indeed trying to be sort of like a metaphor of life, every puzzle we solve leads us to a greater mystery, leads us to a greater mystery, leads us to a greater mystery until we realize the entire place we stand on is a mystery. And all we're doing is searching for minuscule answers with our hands in front of our face. And that's the best we can do at the time. Slowly we branch out, we expand, we explore, we conquer little by little. But we never find all of the answers, really. You know, I'm kind of cool with that metaphor if that's what the story is. And I enjoy the fact that this takes some philosophical worldview ideas. I think, honestly, though, I think a lot of this stuff that we're discussing in it would have been profoundly more impactful on me if I had done this, I don't know what, 7 or 8 years ago. I've listened to like thousands of hours of people discussing these things now, and a little bit of what is being discussed here, and this is not anybody's fault, this is just my own personal take on it, and I'm not even saying this is bad. This is, honestly, it's probably a good thing that it takes sort of rudimentary level, but I think a lot of this is coming across as sort of like philosophy 101 banter, that just kind of tiptoeing around the edge of some of the bigger questions in a way that seeks not to be purposely offensive, which is also fair because it's a mixed audience that's going to be taking the mantle of this game. And I think that's cool. I mean, it's kind of respectable that you would want to ask such big questions in a piece of interactive media like this. It's, again, sort of going in the direction that games don't necessarily have to be about, you know, putting on a smile and collecting all of this object, and it doesn't have to be so cartoonish. You can actually get into some really deep quandaries. And you can do them in really abstract and esoteric ways, and I think that's pretty awesome. So, where are we right now? Are we under something? Oh yeah, I think we are. Unlock the door. I can't do it right now. It's kind of interesting, too, that I wonder if that's meant to be any kind of metaphor. The movie studio, the place where we see all that stuff, is, it's under a giant masthead sort of shaped like a cross. Actually, one of the fins on the end is broken, but most likely because that's a puzzle. Wait, that wasn't it? We go up. We go up, we go down. Oh, I've got to line that up, probably. Yeah, it looks like we're meant to climb all over that thing. I'm very curious if the vast majority of you here, if you can guess how you might react in the event that this game ultimately culminates in sort of just a really superficial or non-answer to an ending. Would you be very frustrated by that? Would that make you go, God damn it, I hate this game? Or would you be like, hey, No, that's cool. I get it. I was asking the same question with Fox earlier. What's that? Something under the water there. That's like a giant oyster or clam or something. In some ways, I think, well, until we find out more, I guess I really can't say this for sure, but right now, based on my understanding of what's happening, I feel like a non-ending would actually be more of an ending than a real ending, if that makes any sense. I think it would be more coherent, or consistent, not coherent, with the rest of the message. Whoa, we crossed into the reflection there. That's pretty sweet. I really love this world. It's just so freaking vibrant. I'd feel empty but later reflect positively on it. That's a pretty mature way to see it, actually, yeah. Is this a thing? This looks like a thing, kinda. Oh, I was gonna climb up the tower in the castle. Where the hell am I now? Castle, castle, castle. I wanted to see if I could catch that thing by the quarry. And you know what I really want right now is like a big old pulled pork sandwich. And some steak cut fries. I'm really hungry. Just remembered I haven't eaten since like 5 p.m. yesterday. So that means I've been not eating for like 12 hours. That's silly. Why did I do that? I just get so absorbed in this game, I just completely forget all semblance of my body. I don't do it on purpose. I'm not trying to punish or torture myself. I just keep doing it by accident over and over again. Oh yeah, I had a nut bar. That's true. I did have that nut bar. I forgot about that. Where is the path up again? Still want to figure out why this thing's changing colors, but maybe I will eventually. So we're going to look towards the rock quarry. Oh, it's all treed up. It's all treed up. Oh, yep, no, that's the spot that I was thinking right there, and... No, it doesn't seem like a thing. What about... Oh, there's an easy one. Easy-roo. What else? There's bound to be more. There's one! Look at it go. No? Better paths for it? Looks like it ends there. Apparently it doesn't. Where else would it go, though? I have to change my perspective and see it so the bushes meld together somehow. I don't think that's a thing. You know, when I was on the ground, I thought that that bush was shaped oddly. That would be weird if I had to use that little nub in there. Another spot I can stand? Not really. Look out the window? No. Can I just do these from here? Yeah. Easy. I mean, I actually made those. How? I bet these are supposed to be the introduction to realizing that these are even here. Okay, so I'm having a realization here. There's been a bunch of things that I feel like the perspective can't ever work unless you're in, like, directly in the sky. Oh god, and I'm just realizing, what if I was right and there's actually... the cloud somehow reveals a sky temple or something. Maybe we're gonna shoot the lasers into the sky and make some kind of shit happen. How cool would that be? Are we gonna be... we're gonna be like flying through the sky here? Is that possible? I would really like that. Alright, well, they want that. That doesn't work either? I see the rounded edge, but it doesn't lock in. There's nowhere else for that to go. Maybe I meant to do it from a lower, still high place? Or maybe I meant to connect it somewhere else. Oh! Whoa! What? You're a clever one. That is a biggin. Where did that go? There's probably like 100 things I can do from up here. It leaves a little floaty flutterers for a while. It's pretty nice. So that's why that hedge was curved. Yeah, that's it. That's fun. And you get to see the glittering everywhere, too. I wonder if this just ends in like 100 different ways. No, I'm gonna guess no. I don't see any other curved hedge. And that one pretty much played the game with the whole courtyard. Anything else? It's like I can't do that one. Not from there, anyway. Trying to think if you had a different perspective anywhere. Would some of those be possible? I feel like these are very purposely cut off, actually. It's really just this one here. How the hell would I look down? We're at the highest point in the world. And those are very small little shutters to see out of. Crevices. Yep, there's like 100 girders stopping me there. You gotta be up in the sky to see it. I wonder if you can get down there in the under the castle area. I don't know that there's a point in going down there, but it seems odd that you can't get there at all. I bet you these shadows or something, though. Thank you very much to Lithin76 for 8 months in a row. You just keep on coming back, and I appreciate it very much. Nothing going on down there. It's like a weird clip through ground. This is actually like the only... Yeah, I think that's what that is. The only spot in the game that I've seen where the textures look kind of screwed up. This looks like it's just clipped through from the other side of the wall, maybe. Could be wrong, I can't really get a good look, but it looks like a grass texture just kind of sitting there. And there was a grass texture right there, too. Any of these, maybe? Well, I can stand out here, that might help. Or maybe not, I don't know. It gets us sorta close. No, I'm not high enough. Oh, did I try from... I think I did try up here before, actually. That freaking wall is blocking my way. Can't be more boat stuff. Everything's freaking boat stuff, isn't it? I don't think there's more boat stuff. Oh. Okay, apparently it can register from this height. I didn't know that. So maybe that's how I do this one. But I can't be walking... No, that doesn't work. There's pillars still up in the way. How peculiar. It does work from some of these spots. What is this black shit anyway? I've seen that on the floor before in different places. It's like nasty smeared paint or something. It almost is like a flowery texture on the sides. What is this right here? See that? I'm about as close as I can get to it. It might just be like sort of pearlescent or something, but I wonder what this is meant to imply. It's just an oddly specific decoration. It's supposed to look like a torn up pillar. All of these were pillars. This used to have a roof. This whole top was torn apart. Oh, wait a minute. What if it's... I mean, it kind of looks like the outline of legs right there. No. Maybe these statues are filled with black shit. And that one didn't make the cut. Your shadow's also a puzzle? Yeah, that would not surprise me either. Oh, wait. I wonder if some of these tiny windows might actually be how you can solve some of those. Not high enough. Oh, there's a freaking puzzle on the wall there. I didn't even see that. It's just sitting there. Still don't know what the point of these are. I do them, because I do puzzles. That's what we do. Really haven't looked up ever in here when I've walked in. Well, that brings us to what will be our next destination. We've got to spend some time and do our due diligence in this town over here. It looks like our aim is to climb up this, whatever this used to be. Is a tower now. Watchtower or something? And it looks like there's a bunch of floors, probably each with their own devious puzzles on the way up. But before we get in there, we've got to open up the door itself with one of these. And now we know how to solve those. You just gotta find the right object to block it out. And it's probably not this. Is there a window? Maybe I'll look through the window. Oh, there's a door. I bet the door is how I figure it out. Open the door, and then something will be in the way, and that's how I can get to the next part. See, at least I did these. This, yep, brought me up here, and I remember I didn't know what those dots meant, or how to deal with the jack. And now I do know both of those things. And this is actually not even a difficult puzzle, as long as I know where to split this. Apparently I don't. Apparently I don't. No. I'll get it by accident. Nope. Oh, it's okay. Apparently this is the perfect spot where I'll never seem to be able to split it. Oh, I think I gotta do like a bump there or something. No. There it is. Cool, I opened the second floor door that I can't actually reach, because, well, unless it opened the bottom floor as well. So that's how much I've done of the town so far. Open that door. Is it the only door to open? Nope, there's that one too. Alright, well, we're gonna hope that that one's not as difficult as these doors looked. I'll bet they probably are, but we'll see. Roo, 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 roo. Okay. Oh, it is beautiful outside right now. I haven't looked to my left in a very long time, but the sun has nearly come up and it's like hot pink in the sky with like a yellow fading to crimson to purple under it, which is really quite epic looking. Cool. Oh, the sun's up. It's 7 o'clock. I should probably go to bed. But we had another solid day of witnessing. So all we've got left now is the town and the mountain. And wherever else I can go, which is probably a lot of places, to be honest. It's like freaking computer monitors everywhere here. We'll figure it out. There's that. I hear like a squirrel looking for a nut.